What's going on, fam? Your boy Be Righteous here, and I just wanted to showcase the patch notes because apparently a lot of people aren't really happy about this. I mean, I don't know. Before, when I saw that there was going to be new game mode, I didn't know there were going to be new exotics and weapons, but when I didn't know what the new game mode was, I was like super hype, right? And I saw this. It's called Countdown. This is a new 8-player in-game mode for the Division 2. Two groups of shade agents are deployed to a power plant to prevent a lockdown. Racing against the clock, the agents must work together to secure the site and stabilize the power plant. Believing their mission is complete, the agents prepare for extraction and are pursued by heavily armed and technologically advanced hostiles. I don't know, are these new enemies or just like elites that we already know of? You know, it's 8 players, time mission, various objectives. Sounds pretty cool, but you know, I made some community posts about this, and already so many people got a lot to say. They're like, oh, you might as well, you know, add aliens or something like extraction from Rainbow Six. And people are like, oh, they added another raid? No thanks. And I'm curious to see what the outcome is going to be. You know what I mean? Personally, for me, this is kind of underwhelming. I mean, I downloaded the PTS, okay? So I'm going to be streaming tomorrow morning. So stop through for your boy, because I haven't streamed in over a year. And it's gonna be pretty hype, you know, just that fact alone, you know, being able to interact with all of y'all, because as you know, I've been really busy with my game development stuff on my other channel and trying to stay consistent with uploading Division 2 content. But you know, I've loved Division 2 and Division since the beginning, so I'm gonna stick with this no matter what. You know, we all know that there's an expertise system, a more proficient version of optimizing your gear. I'm assuming this I'm gonna have to test out when I see it. But this is what shocked me. You know, I didn't really expect to have new name gear and new name items. And here's the thing, I think this is why people are annoyed about it, right? Because stuff like this is what they already do. I mean, time after time, title update after title update, they do a PTS, they add new weapons and gear, and it shakes up the meta. Because no matter what the meta is right now, there's always going to be a new meta that emerges out of all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I can't wait to get in the lab with everything. This stuff seems very in-depth. Like, I love Spotter. So we got a named chess piece called Perfect Spotter, and it says it amplifies weapon and skill damage by 15%. I think that's already what it does, so maybe this is a mistake. Probably 20%, but they got the setup backpack with perfectly opportunistic. I used this backpack one time on a sniper build with the 𝐭𝐡𝐳, I believe, a long time ago. It says it amplifies rifle and marksman rifle, shotgun and marksman rifle damage by 15% from all sources for 5 seconds. You know, it's okay. And you know, one thing about these name talents, man, I don't know why the devs do this, but sometimes they make a name talent out of a talent nobody ever uses, and they feel like, okay, if I make it named and I add 5% to the damage or something, people are gonna use it. People still ain't gonna use that piece, man. If you hear a bag in the background, my son is eating some chips. But you know, I gotta make this happen, you feel me? New weapons, exotic weapons, the Dread Edict. You know, it's the variant is the SVD marksman rifle. I'm curious to see how these look. You know, I like the aesthetics of the exotics Division 2 comes up with. You know, they really have some really good looking exotics out of most exotics in any game, right? And they work really good. That's one thing I will say about the exotic weapons. Most of the exotic weapons are used. Like, I use almost all of them, for real. It's very rarely that I don't use an exotic. So these look like they're off the chain. They got a new exotic mask called Catharsis. Blue screen. Oh my goodness, look at this. Disruptor rounds. Yo, did you know I made a build called the Disruptor? Alright, and this is with the Stoner LMG. Doesn't the Stoner have like 200 rounds or something like that? I'm curious to see how this is gonna look. Shooting an enemy marks them and adds a stack to the agent up to a count of 50. Shooting a marked enemy refreshes the mark and adds stacks to the agent when you deploy a non-shield skill. Remove all stacks on agent and all marked targets trigger an effect. You see, this is what I'm talking about. I can't really visualize this while reading it. I have to actually play it, and I can't wait, man. I can't wait. You know, this is one thing that does get me excited about PTSs and updates, our new gear, because there's always something to do. There's always something to farm, and my favorite thing to do is to make builds in the game. We got new name weapons, the Dare LMG and the Kingbreaker. I like that name. Perfect Flatline amplifies weapon damage by 20% to pulse enemies after 2 kills. Applies pulse to the next enemy you hit. Oh my goodness. Bro, this is, yeah, okay. Alright. Okay. Yeah, man. That's gonna be lit. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, this is what I didn't want to make this a long video or anything like that. I just wanted to give some community feedback, because even in with the small amount of time that I uploaded these pictures to my community posts on YouTube, there were so many comments of people disliking everything that it was about. They don't want this game mode. They feel like it's a raid. Just okay, I don't know why they do this. I don't know why the devs do this with game modes, right? For so long we've been asking for survival, and you know, they gave us a survival-ish, or they're giving us a survival-ish mode or a new game called Heartland. But it's not really survival, because in survival and in Division in general, the way that we want to play Division, or I'm not going to speak for you guys, but for the way that I love playing Division, is that I enjoy the grind. I enjoy when I get gear from activities that I do, and I'm able to keep that gear and apply it to my builds. I remember back in the day on Division 1, I said this before, when I went through survival, I worked hard to get those 6 caches. I killed the hunters and I extracted successfully. What I got out of that cache was the urban MDR, which was exclusive to survival. Man, I will never forget that moment. And everything else that I got with those caches that I fought for against other players to get. You know, you can do that in Heartland. You can fight other players, you can get caches, and you can get weapons and gear and extract it, but you're extracting it for like a stash that you can only use in another match. And that's it. Like, you don't go anywhere on Heartland. Heartland is just in its own bubble. And that's not really enough for me. So what I suggest that these devs do is look back at the success that they had before. Why not just bring back survival in general? Why not bring back Last Stand, bro? You know how hype Last Stand was? Okay, in Last Stand you could be PvP or PvE. You could be in that mode and you didn't even have to fight players. You could be on the top for just doing PvE activities. Like, why are they trying to be so ambitious and do all of this new stuff? Like, nobody asked for this, man. Do you know why we fell in love with the Division? We fell in love with the Division because of what they had. Underground, survival, Last Stand, you know, the OG Dark Zone. All of this stuff is why we fell in love with the Division 2 and the Division in general. So why would you take that away from us? I mean, I can say that I'm excited about this stuff. I am, okay? I'm a Division player. I love the new gear and all of that stuff. But I'm not too stoked about this mode. Maybe they can prove me wrong when I play it. So I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. I'm gonna be streaming with some other YouTubers, so it should be fun. And I haven't streamed in over a year, like I said. And I can't wait to kick it with y'all, man. I really can't. I really can't wait. So, you know, I'm sure y'all read these already to see what they're about. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments. What your take is on the exotics and what you feel about this new mode. I think that'll do it for this video, y'all. I'll catch you on the next one. Be right out.